Hi everyone, I wanted to pop on here before I get started on my wrap dress episode to let you know about some new sponsors we have for our Sew Wrapped challenge. We have the Rada Davies donating 2 bundles of 3-pack of PDF patterns. There's also Sew Different Patterns have donated 3 PDF patterns. We have Sew to Grow Patterns donating 2 PDF patterns. We also have the amazing Megan Nielsen Patterns who have donated 2 PDF patterns. Huge thank you to Kate from Pattern Emporium Patterns. She has volunteered to donate 5 PDF patterns to our prize pool. So thank you so much to those new sponsors. And I know you guys are going to be all revved up to be making a wrap dress and hopefully be in the running to win one of these amazing prizes. Hi everybody, thanks for joining me today. As promised, I have my favourite knit wrap dress patterns. A lot of you have been messaging me and asking me to hurry this up so you can decide which dress to make for the Sew Wrapped challenge. Now I know a lot of people are very true to woven sewing and then there's a lot of people that love knits, and I am split down the middle. I love sewing with both equally as much. I have my real favourite knit patterns that I know I could sew up in an afternoon on my serger. Now, even with that wonderful Mariflex thread that I do still have in the online store, if you haven't purchased it before, give it a try, because you can sew on your normal sewing machine with a stretch thread. It's very easy to use. It just sews the same as a normal thread. So you just wind it on the bobbin as a normal thread. There's no need for stretching or like you would do with shearing elastic. None of that. It is like using a normal thread. So it really has revolutionized sewing on a regular sewing machine. And look, I still do love overlocking, serging my edges to keep everything nice and neat on the inside. But if you don't own a serger or overlocker, you may well just decide that you love that Mariflex thread because it really can let you sew everything without using a lightning or a zigzag stitch. The wind is picking up here. It's pretty warm. It's actually 27 degrees, but we are getting some rain. So I thought I'd bring you outside before it rains because I just love having a bit of that sort of nice spring garden background. I think it's much nicer than being inside, but look, I'm just making the most of it because I think we're going to have a very wet week. I am actually wearing probably my favourite all-time knit dress pattern. It was recommended to me by the lovely Holly from the Sewing Edit. She recommended this dress and said she loved wearing it. The thing I love about it most is that really generous wrap around the front and the shawl kind of collar. You feel really secure and comfortable, and you wouldn't believe it, but I just took my daughter shopping down to the local grocers, and as I was walking out the door, a lady stopped me and said, "I love that dress." I'm like, "Thank you." And I didn't say it myself. Sometimes I would, but we're in a bit of a hurry and she was in a hurry, and I just thought that made me feel really good because I do love this dress pattern. It's fantastic. So this is the wardrobe by me, Mirri Dress. I love the fact that it's a really easy sew. It looks complicated, but it's not. I made it in a really lovely jacquard cotton jersey. It's just so comfortable to wear, but you really feel like you're put together. Like you could easily wear this from day to night, depending how you dress it up. I think it would be amazing in a long sleeve, and I really think it'd be quite an easy pattern to add a knit sleeve to. Those kind of things, you can really adapt these kind of patterns to be anything for all seasons. Mine is just the just below the knee length, but I love to see it in a maxi length, and I have got some beautiful jersey fabric that I purchased from Sewciety about a year or 2 ago now, with an amazing placement print front. I think this would be incredible, and that with that front being that whole skirt is just one A-line piece, it would really show it off. But there is a Megan Nielsen pattern that I'm eyeing off as well with an asymmetric front. I'm not sure what to do with that fabric. I'm still in 2 minds, but I would love to see this in the maxi length dress because I love it so much and I really wear it a lot. A very generous wrap front. I think I made the 14, I think it was, just a regular, or was it extra large now? I'm just trying to think what the pattern goes from. But yeah, the Mirri is a fantastic pattern because of that beautiful wrap front. It's almost like it drapes like a cowl, but you've got that sort of neck higher up at the back. And it's a great pattern when it's warm as well because there's not too much sleeve there, but it's enough of a cap. I always feel fantastic in this Mirri dress. So I love the fact that the skirt is just separate. You don't have any wrap in the skirt because sometimes, you know, wraps can be a bit impractical depending how much wrap they've got. If it's windy like this today, I don't have to worry about it flying open. But really, really happy with the Mirri. My next favourite knit dress top pick would be the Sinclair patterns. I haven't made this yet, but I've seen it on so many people, and I've got the actual pattern printed out. I think I saw this on Karina from Lifting Pins and Needles, and I thought this was incredible on her. It's the Betty pattern from Sinclair Patterns. I love that kind of curved effect it's got to it. It's like a faux wrap as well, so you haven't got any bits flapping open. It is incredible because you can do so much. You can add the sleeve or have it sleeveless or short sleeve. I think Karina's versions are beautiful. I probably would say I would add a tad to the length of it. I just like my dresses to be just mid-calf, almost a midi. I find that I just like that style, that length on me. But for a really warm day, of course, the knee length would be perfect. But I'm really keen to make the Sinclair Betty. I've been really happy with Sinclair patterns, and they do grade for taller people as well, tall, regular, and shorter height. So you can customize the dress to whatever height you are. Next pattern, of course, would be the Cashmere Red Appleton pattern. I have them in my online store if you're wanting a paper pattern. I've got both size ranges, and I was told that that was a fantastic pattern, a really simple classic wrap dress pattern. And after making that wonderful Rose Clare dress from Cashmere Patterns, I'd be really keen to make this pattern because I just love the cashmere, the drafting, and the fit is always incredible, and they do grade for up to an H cup, which is fantastic as well. Now I love seeing it on different body types and sizes as well. I think it really helps visualize what would look good on your own body. But yeah, that's one of those dresses you can really customize to make it for summer or for winter or even for day to night. One that I have made in the past, and I'm really desperate to make it again, and I know that Liz from the Baker That Sews, this is one of her favourite knit dress patterns because I know she's made a few, and every time I see her make one, I think I need to revisit that pattern again, is the Friday Pattern Company Westcliff dress. And I've made this before in, I would say it'd be a double knit. It gives it more of a structured feel, especially with the wrap over front. You've got quite a lot of coverage, so it can be a little bit, depending on the fabric you can use, it can really change the look of the dress. I love the fact you can add it, make it a maxi dress with that frill around the bottom. It's a really unusual feature for a wrap long line dress. I also really love the fact that it's just the wrap around the bodice and not the skirt. I'm finding they're the knit dresses that I love. I love to wear because I feel safe and secure in them. Don't I, Meg? And also just think you could really customize this, easily make it to a long sleeve for winter as well. It's got a really nice yoke kind of detail at the shoulder and then the pleating. It gives that kind of gathered full effect across the bust. Really easy to make, and a variety of fabrics you can use. As I say, I've made it in a double knit. You can make it in a ponte, or you can make it in something more like a drapey knit jersey, like a viscose jersey, cotton jersey, ITY, just about anything, and it will just change the look of the dress completely. But yeah, a really great dress, and as usual, Friday Pattern Company patterns have fantastic instructions and great size range too. Now, would you believe, I think I'll be the only person left on the planet that hasn't made the Kilo wrap dress by Name Patterns. Have you made it? I think I would love to hear in the comments, because this is one of those patterns, it is tried and tested. Everyone that's made it loves it. Everyone I've seen it on looks incredible. And I've got to say, I am following an amazing maker on Instagram. I think her name's Carly, and I'm going to show you her Kilo wrap dresses. She's done 2 different solid colours. Look amazing on her. Her whole Instagram feed is just what dreams are made of. If you love bright print and pattern and you want some inspiration. And she just put a Instagram reel out with her favourite shirt dresses. It was just such great inspiration, and it really made me feel like going and making some shirt dresses because she looked incredible. She's a stunning looking woman, and I just think that everything she makes looks beautiful, but I really think what she makes is easily adaptable to any age, size, yeah, whatever. I think you can really make things your own by what you sew it up with and what fabrics you use to make it more personalised. So love watching her feed. But the Kilo wrap dress, of course, you can make it in short and long sleeves, sleeveless. The length is, it's quite a long dress. You can also make it in a jumpsuit version as well. But yeah, I've seen some amazing versions. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are if you've made it before, if you've enjoyed it. Did you find there was too much wrap? Were you happy with the amount of wrap? Because that's one thing I've heard a lot of people say, that there is quite a lot of fabric, but it is quite an easy make, and one that you can easily adapt. If your weight fluctuates and that kind of thing, that's the kind of dress you want. You can modify it and wrap it around and tie it different ways as well. Now, Sew Over It patterns have got such a huge variety of dresses, a lot of wovens, but also a lot of knits. The ones that are standing out for me with Sew Over It would be the side wrap, Estelle, the Georgie and the Mirri Dress. There's quite a few different styles of wrap dresses in their pattern catalogue. And yeah, depending what fabric you use, I think you could make a stunning looking dress. They've got a great size range as well there in their patterns. But yeah, you can make that up in quite a big variety of different types of knit fabric. Another favourite from a lot of people is the Love Notions Willow, very classic style wrap front dress. Very basic, very easy looking and very adaptable. And I think having that little bit of a frill option as well makes it something a bit more unique. A lot of people love Love Notions patterns for that reason, that you can really modify them and the great size range they have there. The seam work Erica is one that has stood out to me in the past because of the simplicity of it, and lovely looking straight, sort of more like just on an A-line, straight skirt, no gathering. Yeah, it's a really lovely, simple looking wrap dress. Now, some Vogue patterns I've made in the past. I love the look of a few of these, and a few of these I've made before. One of my favourites is the 8896 I have made before and love that pattern. And I must say, for big four patterns, Vogue or Very Easy Vogue would have to be one of my favourites to sew with. I love the fit and the look of them. I've made the 8896 in the past. I've made it in velvet. I've made it in a stretch kind of jersey velvet. I've made it in ITY, and it just comes up beautiful every time. The other Vogue pattern I love the look of is the 9350 in a knit as well. While we're on Vogue patterns as well, there's some great classic wrap dress patterns. Some of these are woven, some are knit. I'll put some pics up. There's a 1762 with beautiful bishop sleeve. Love the look of that. That's a woven, I think. And there's also the 1734 with a beautiful flutter sleeve, and I've seen that on. It looks stunning as well. Haven't made that one before, but I've had the pattern for eons now, but really need to make that. I think the main thing with me is I like the fact that it has to be adaptable with fabrics. I want to be able to make it in a heavier weight knit or a lighter weight knit, depending on what season I am in. I like the fact that I can either have the wrap fully wrapped around and enclosed without having to sort of keep repositioning and retying. I think that's really important. And I really love the crossover faux wrap style. I think that's one of the most important things, is that I can cater it to make it from day to night. And I really love sewing with things like cotton jerseys and viscose elastin jerseys as well, because they are usually in beautiful prints and they're more breathable. With ITY prints, you can get some amazing patterns, amazing psychedelics and colours and that kind of thing. But I like the fact that I can wear them sleeveless, because when it's warm, they don't always breathe as well. But for winter, ITYs are great. And also things like double brush polys for winter are fantastic as well in knit dresses, because they have that kind of a more stickier element, like almost like a cotton, like a brushed feel that when you tie it, it's not going to slip around. It's going to be quite secure. So I do like double brush poly for sewing in winter time for knit dresses. But I'd love to hear what your favourite of those is, or maybe what your favourite knit wrap dress pattern is, because I think we can all learn from each other. And a lot of it is learning from what you've made in the past and what you've enjoyed making. And I know there is a huge variety of big four patterns out there that a lot of you have tried and tested. Let me know in the comments what your favourite ones are. I'd love to hear, and so would everybody else. So don't forget, the Sew Wrapped Challenge hashtag is still going until the 27th of November, so you still have a bit of time. And don't forget, you can be a newbie at that. If you've never posted anything before, I would love to see you entering the competition. Just use the hashtag and tag both Gabrielle Cloth Edit and Dahlia Sewciety on there as well, to be in the running for some amazing prizes. We would love to see some new entrants this year, and a lot of the same people will enter every year, and it's fantastic because you do get to see their amazing creativity. But the more new people on there, the better. So don't be scared. It's very easy to use and easy to post, and you will not be judged. It's a very friendly, welcoming environment on the sewing, on the Instagram sewing community. Don't ever be afraid of that. You've got your sew hashtags to use, like Sew Over 50. They're an amazing, welcoming group of ladies that run that Sew Over 50 hashtag. It's just such a great source of inspiration to see what other people are making every day. And yeah, you may not feel as daunting to look at posting something if you're a newbie on there when you see what everyone else is doing. So it really does give you some great inspiration for some fantastic sewing. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, a thumbs up would be appreciated. And don't forget, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed to the channel, I would love it if you could do that. Have a wonderful sewing week. Take care. We'll see you soon. Bye.